Hey, so like two quick things before the official start of this video that I was thinking about while I was doing the video. The first one being Coco Wyo. Somebody asked about it yesterday in one of my videos. Coco Wyo is currently going through what Jade Summer went through last year. If y'all remember my video from that one, I went on a bit of a rant where I guess Amazon flagged a couple books of Coco Wyo, and it wasn't nobody put in like a copyright strike, or nobody put in a complaint or anything. I think with Jade Summer it wound up being the titles of a couple of their books weren't were had they had issues with, so I think they had to like just take those books down completely or something. I can't remember. But like it could be a similar issue with Coco Wyo. But anyway, Amazon just decided to take down all of Coco Wyo's books, which y'all know there are so many, and they have flagged them where they can't repost them or nobody can buy any Coco Wyo books off of Amazon. And so what they're trying to do is what Jade Summer had to do, like go through escalation, go through appeal to get that. And the thing is, they haven't even, as far as I can tell from Coco Wyo's post, they haven't even told them which books they had the issue with, which is ridiculous. It's just, it just don't get me started right now on Amazon. From the coloring book world and customers' perspective, do not get me started on them right now, because it was shitty they did this to Amazon, and it's shitty they're to Jade Summer, and it's shitty they're doing this to Coco Wyo. For the amount of books that Coco Wyo sells on their site, they should have like a dedicated customer service rep, and they should be able to fix this issue. And they can't even tell them what the issues were to correct, right? So that's why you can't buy Coco Wyo books right now. I have not checked my social media this morning. Maybe that's been resolved. However, they are looking at making their books digital, which is something I think they were thinking about anyway, which will mitigate some of that in the meantime. I don't know if they will go through another publisher or if they're just going to wait and see what Amazon's going to do. I do feel bad for them because I'm pretty sure Jade Summer had to relist everything. They just couldn't use the old listings because they're gone. Like, they had to relist everything, and I cannot even imagine the number of coloring books that Coco Wyo would have to relist. So I really hate this for them. I love their books, and I was I was so grateful that I snapped up the 3 or 4 I had before this happened. Like, I have hope that they'll resolve it, but I also know it's going to probably take some time, because it took some time with Jade Summer. What can we do to help? I'm going to check back on my Jade Summer video. So look in the description. Like emailing their customer service, contacting their customer service reps, asking them to fix this issue would probably be the best way. That's the suggestions that we had last time. Really, until they understand like the financial impact, I don't think they're going to get their, this sounds terrible, but they're just not going to take the time unless we push them to do so. So, or at least get to it quicker. So I will see what I had for Jade Summer, and if it still works, I will suggest it for this situation as well, and give them feedback on this. I would also, yeah, sorry, blanking out there for a minute. Now, on a bigger note, also kind of related to Amazon and coloring books, one thing, I know a lot of us don't think about, one of the things I think would really help, not just, like the Coco Wyo situation, being supportive of them, being supportive of all the coloring book artists that we like, and kind of helping combat some of the concern over the AI books that a lot of people are having. One of the things I would recommend that we can do is leave reviews on our artists' Amazon pages for their books. So, like, even if it's just one, even if, I know it takes time, and I'm saying this to myself as well as a reminder. I've been trying to be a little better lately, but I'm still not doing it to the level I should be. But like, if you complete a page out of a book and you really like that book, like, take a picture, load it up to the Amazon page where that book's being sold, and like leave a short review, just like what you like about the book and what you don't like about the book. Um, I think in the coloring community, a lot of times we we hear reviews from people all the time on YouTube videos and Instagram posts and stuff. When they share the images, when they do the flip throughs of the books, and they talk about how they like them and how they don't. Like, we get that experience, so we know which books we want to buy. But for people that aren't connected to, like, YouTube or Instagram or anywhere with a coloring community, or people that are just starting out, don't know as much about, which artists are people's favorites and what type of art do they do and things like that. And a lot of times they try to put previews in Amazon, but it's not always consistent, I find, of images. And that, because people like to swipe images, I can understand the hesitation there too. So, like, posting a completed picture shows people what a page in the book looks like, but you've already colored it, so it's not as easy to, swipe something like that. But reviews like that would help a lot with people in that situation. Plus, more reviews on books helps when it comes to recommendations and things like that. Get those artists recommended more than, like, the AI books. If you're really, if you don't like the AI books and you don't want, and you're worried that those are going to cause your favorite artists to, lose money or lose customers, then leaving a review like that on your favorite artists' pages, their books, will help with that, because they will be more likely to pop up on recommendations, probably based on Amazon's algorithm. So, just a reminder. I know, like I said, we all get caught up and we don't think about it much because we have a community that provides a lot of feedback and on stuff, but there are a lot of people that just don't, that color, that aren't a part of the coloring community, that would probably benefit from being able to see some of these reviews and examples of the pages in the books. So, and you could leave them on Amazon, you could leave them on any site that allows you to use reviews. Of course, I just say Amazon because they're the primary one. But some people do not like to buy on Amazon, and I get it, or can't, depending on where you live. And there for a while, we all thought Book Depository was a good alternative. But however, then we find out Book Depository is owned by Amazon, which is pretty funny. Not funny, haha, just funny. Alright, so those are my two announcements. So now we will move to the actual book flips. Hi everyone, happy Saturday. So, got a fairly quick flip through for you here. Had a couple books left over from the haul I did, or the flip throughs I did previously. And I just got this one in yesterday. Really was going to try to do this video yesterday, but, and I won't go into details, but this week's just been awful. All I've done is work and sleep, and, it's exactly what I knew was going to happen, but at the end of the day, it still isn't making it any better, really. But I'm just exhausted. I, was really hoping to get a supply haul together for you this weekend, because I did get in what I was looking for this week. However, we're gonna have to put that off. I don't know if it'll be next weekend. I don't know if it'll be at the end of the month. I don't know, but there is one coming. It just depends on when things let up a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. So this was the main one I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about all of them, but like, this was the one I was waiting on to do this flip through. Joshua Dunbar did release a new pocket-sized book. So this is smaller than a standard size coloring book. He has a couple books in this series, so this is Island Cuties. Sorry for the glare. There you go. And that's what the back looks like. Oop. I did on my community page post where Joshua Dunbar does have his own YouTube channel. If you want to pause and read these, if you can. Let me make sure yeah, it is. My eyes are tired. I'm like, the text is a little blurry, but like the images aren't. It's getting worse the closer I put it. Okay. Well, maybe you can at least skim that. Joshua Dunbar does have his own YouTube channel where he does flip throughs, so I did link to that just to give you guys a heads up. I do like to, oh, this is so cute. I do like to do my own flip throughs, but anytime a new book's released, if there's a flip through that goes along with it, and I'm going to try to be better about posting about new books in the community page, and then if there's a flip through somewhere of it, like some people get the book early for review and so on, I will go ahead and link it just so you guys can go ahead and have it. We all know I will flip through it later. Love this guy, just everybody is a beach body, right? Like he's got the confidence I wish I had. The fish is doing her hair. Oh boy. I don't know. She must really trust him. Funny enough, I haven't colored in any of my pocket-sized books from Joshua Dunbar, even though these are supposed to be made for, times like this where I want to color and I'm struggling because I don't have enough time, or like right now, I have tendonitis all through my right shoulder, all the way down to my finger, like practically to my fingertips. And I've had to do so much work on the computer this week, it's flared it up, which sucks because it's a little bit inflamed. Now I have to be careful what I color, what I crochet, what I do with that arm, because I cannot have it start hurting right now. That would be disaster. Love her. So I do want to color, as much as I want to use pencils, I may not be able to. We may have to just stick to markers. I don't know, maybe I can compromise with pastel pencils. Y'all have seen me use those before. Love the old school look she's got rocking there with that hairstyle. Well, him too, I guess. It's got a very 50s vibe, 50s, 60s vibe to it. And then I like his mohawk. Let me tell you, an island right now. Oh my god. Like, please, can I go, please? That's so cute. All his pictures are adorable. So I'm struggling with coloring right now for a couple reasons. One, my brain is so, I'm dreaming about work, y'all. Like, it is so just work, work, work all the time in my brain that it's hard when I actually have downtime. And I have to make myself take downtime because I just literally can't keep going like this. There's nothing that really comes to mind fully what I want to do. And like, I want to color, right? And I'll look in this book and I'll be like, oh, I love this picture, which I do. I want to color it. Well, then I'm like, but I don't want to color it just with markers. I want to color it with also pencils or something. Like here lately, I am in an extra era in my heart, but not in my body. Right? Like, I want to spend a lot of time on the pictures and add shading and add all the extras and the details. And physically and mentally, I just can't. Like, I get overwhelmed then. I'm like, there's no way I can do all this. And then I just don't do it. I just don't color at all, or I just stick to a color by number. So I've tried to push through it. Last weekend, I wanted to color a picture for Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors. I really wanted to do the Spicy Cat Buddies picture for the month because I just haven't been able to participate in a lot of coloring tags lately. And it was a cute, fairly simple picture from one of Alexandra Francis's books. And like, it looks, oh, he's supposed to be, I was like, is this page upside down? Was it printed by mistake? No, this is how it's supposed to be. I love that. Could that please be me right now? Please. If you want to contribute to my island getaway at GoFundMe, please go to... No. No, 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 no. I could go if I wanted to go. I just don't have the time. Really and truly. I only have limited vacation time at my job, and a good chunk of that's already going to where my brother and I go to too many games in outside of Philly every year. So that's already been slated for at least like a week and a day in June. And I mean, as a full-time employee, don't get me wrong, here's his other Cuties books. It's like a Valentine's and a Christmas Cuties. He also gives you a preview of it. I'm sure this is the Valentine's Cuties. And, oh yeah, he's got them on the back. And Christmas Cuties. Now, one thing I would like to say to anybody, and this goes for any artist, one of the things I need to do a better job of is when I color a picture in a book, I need to go leave a review, whether it's on Amazon, Dover. Some of y'all don't use Amazon. Can't say I blame you if Book Depository was a good way to get around that for a while, but until we found out they were owned by Amazon. Whoopsie, whoopsie doodle. Um, anyway, I would really encourage everybody to just, I mean, even if it's just one book and one review, maybe it's your favorite book or something, like take a picture of the completed picture you have, post it, and leave a review for that artist. Like us in the coloring community, we know who the popular artists are, right? Like, we don't necessarily go look at the reviews very much, but a lot of people that aren't part of our community or just starting coloring don't see all the flip throughs, don't see all the commentary and the shared pictures that we share. So there's a good chunk of people out there that do rely on those reviews. Plus, it does help. I'm sure the more reviews your book has, the Amazon rewards you with displaying like it higher or whatever on like recommendations and things like that. So two things, I guess, actually. I need to do these at the beginning of the video, so I'll probably do an excerpt at the beginning of the video to talk about both of these. So yeah, you're gonna hear that again because there's something else I need to tell y'all about. I tried to give y'all bits of news, and somebody left a comment yesterday. It reminded me. Sorry, sucking down coffee. It's first thing on a Saturday. It is warmish finally outside. It's been sunny and pretty looking, but you walk outside and it's just instantly burr. Like, we're in May, for goodness sakes. Like, it is climate change. That's all I'm going to say there. But like normally April is nothing but rain, right? It's just dreary looking days with so-so temperatures and rain all the time. Every year it's like that, right? Not until about the end of April we start getting a break. Didn't happen this year. Didn't happen at all. We actually had like a red flag warning where there was so little rain happening. And then now we're in May. All we're getting these sunny days, but they're all like 40 and 50-degree temps. So like we're getting no rain, and it hasn't even warmed up yet. Like it should be mostly in the 60s. Like this should be the primo time of year. And I had a couple days like that in April where I was able to get on the porch, but um like the weather's all kinds of backwards this year. Makes me a little nervous for what the summer's going to be like, to be quite honest. So we will see, especially with the lack of rain. I'm a little worried about like how people's gardens and stuff are going to do this year and everything. Like, thankfully, I just stick some flowers out there. I'd love to have a vegetable garden. My parents had one for years, but trust and believe, I know the work that goes into those. A couple tomato plants maybe, but my husband doesn't like just regular sliced tomatoes. So and if you got a tomato plant, you know that tomato plant, if it's going good, is going to give you way more than you'll ever eat, because you always buy too many and then you wind up with too many tomatoes. So then everybody and their brother gets tomatoes, which I guess isn't necessarily a bad thing. But anyway, okay, sorry, I'm all off. But like today, it's warmer, but they're talking about some rain later today. So it's like, I don't know. We can't catch a break. All right, enough about that. Cute Chibi creature coloring. I saw this as a recommended book, illustrated by Phoebe M. It's I-M at the end. And this is not an Amazon printed book, and that was one of the things that caught my attention. It feels like a very thick book. Over 60 images in this book. So I thought I'd give it a try, just for those two things. Now, when it got to me, it got a little bent on the front top corner, but doesn't bother me, but just want to point that out. They are single-sided images. That's a lot of words. I don't know if you can read that. I'm not going to read it. Ditch the stress and get coloring. Oh boy, if I really thought it was that easy, y'all. But for a constant worrier, it does help. Otherwise, that was one of the reasons I started doing it. It does help, but does it ditch it? Does it get rid of it? No. So these are one-sided, but the backs of the pages have some really cute, like little faded illustrations on them. I'm really hoping like these are in the actual book, though. Is it the same one? It's the same one on every page. So hopefully that one's in the book somewhere, because again, that's a cat. So really thick line art. Nice bigger images. The paper is very smooth feeling. So way different feeling than Amazon paper. It is thicker, but it's not like cardstock or anything. So might get away with like watercolor pencils or something that uses like minimal water. But I personally would probably treat the page with satin glazing liquid or something before I used like a whole bunch of water. But if it was like watercolor pencils, I probably would try it. I was like, the illustrations are cute. There's a lot of illustrations. And it's not Amazon paper, so I was intrigued. A lot of food in this one. I'm normally not a big fan of coloring food. However, since this one will probably be mostly marker, just because it's supposed to be kind of an easier book for me, this might be my food book. Look at him, isn't he cute? Hugging his little shake. It's very cute. I know there's a lot of us that like the simpler like images like this. There's a lot of you out there, so Oh, the illustrations do change a little bit on the backs. I love how the rabbit's the magician in that. That's a cute twist. He is really examining that shell. Now, for some, this might be a little too simplistic in the imagery, and I get that. Like, complex images overwhelm me. I love them. I love to like collect them, and I will color them, but I have to be very tactical about those. Like, I have to look at it and go, okay, especially like some of the Mythomorphia books, if I ever color in one, it's going to be, I'm going to focus on this section. This is what's this part of the picture. This is what this is. Like, sometimes I have a hard time like discerning what's what in a picture. But like this one, very, very straightforward. That one's cute with the fishies. And like I said, you get a lot of images. Usually, you know, most books give you, on average, most coloring books, most Amazon books will give you like 20 or 30 images. Your big, like, fancy coloring books, your double-sided books will give you more images, more like 60 to 80 or higher, because they're double-sided, right? I mean, but the artist is still giving you a lot of images in that book. They spent a lot of time on it. But I don't typically see a one-sided book that has so many images in it. So that's cool. Unless it's Camellia Angelkova, like she's usually the queen of the 50 images series she's got. And I don't know, these images on the back, so some of these are really cute too. I might have to be strategic about this. I love this one in his little hat. It's so cute. That was one of the ones I saw in the preview images. Eating his little watermelon. I don't know, I'm really digging that picture. There might be like for all this little pattern page on the back. The only thing is it's in like blues and reds and like different colors. I don't know how that would affect it when I color it. Oh, I love this one with the owls singing. Um, I don't know how that would affect it, but like part of me wants to take like one page with that pattern in the back and like color one side with pencil or something so I can color the other side. Because, like, I'm not seeing these illustrations in the book. Oh, now they're doing music. That's awesome. So it's not just food. It's all kinds of food. Look at her belly. Yeah, I don't see these images in the book, and that's such a shame. Like, I'm not big on pattern pages, but I would totally color a pattern page that looked like that. Oh, that's a shame. Like, I would color the backside of one of these, but like, they're smaller versions of some of the animals in the other pictures. But, well, that half bird, half human looks a little freaky there. But like, I would almost feel like I have to outline everything in black, and I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna go that far. But these are really cute images. Whoa, wait a minute. Is this like a two-headed snake? Is this a cat dog situation? Is this a snake human? Not a cat dog. Because if it is, I have questions. I'm assuming it's two different ones. Because he doesn't have the dots on him. But boy, right here, it sure looks like it's two heads on a snake. A human head and a snake head. Like the mythical animals and mythical creatures here towards the end. Love that picture. Oh my gosh. Love that picture. It's something about the pictures where they use the big leaf, like the umbrella. Love those. And him with his, oh my gosh, and he put the little things on his ears, like he's trying to look like a bumblebee. These are adorable. I had not really had a chance to look through this. It's a very cute book. Just like I said, it would have been really cool to include one page with each of these patterns in the back. That's my only quip. My only issue with this one. And that's saying a lot because, and you know, there were a lot of cats in here. Actually, where are my cats? I guess he could be a cat. I haven't really seen many cats in here, which is very unusual. But like, I seriously would have loved, like a page of each of those patterns. And again, y'all know I don't like patterns a lot. But those are adorable. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find some way to color one. Just to see. Anyway, they're super cute. That was a really cute book. I am pretty tickled I found that. Alright, the last two are going to go pretty quick. So, actually I'm going to show you this one first. Laura Wokal does a dots series, like all kinds of dots books. And these are pretty simple. They don't come with a color by number. You just color them in however you feel, whatever your heart leads you to in terms of colors. And of course, when I looked through the list, she's got all kinds of stuff, but of course I had to go with the dots and cats one. They also have a black background, which I like. I hadn't tried one of these yet. I had been on my list for a while. I was in a shopping mood. You know how it goes. Though, as you can see, that has went down a little bit. Now, what's cool is I believe she lists the type of cat it is down here. So, like, this is a ragdoll. I think this side could have just been left solid black, but it's not a big deal. I'm going to be using markers in these. I'm not too worried about what's on the other side. Exotic short hair, Persian, Maine Coon, and so on. So you get all kinds of cat breeds in here. I like using wacky colors, so they will probably all be wacky colors. I didn't realize there were that many cat breeds. Oh, maybe there are big cats in here too. But they're all distinctly different. These are going to be almost like mandalas, I think, for me, where I will pick a color set, like a color palette, and then these remind me a little bit of the Circulism books, but like I said, it's not the whole page, and you get to pick your own colors. Wow, I guess there were all these. I don't know if I've ever heard of that breed. A cow money? I don't know, I have to go look that up. La Perm. Yeah, it's all cat breeds. Munchkin. I love the looks of Munchkins, but I gotta say, I'm conflicted when it comes to purebred animals. Not like Maine Coons and stuff like that, I guess, but like with any purebred, even dogs, cats, a lot of them tend to have health issues because there tends to be some inbreeding and stuff like that. I'm personally like, there are so many cats out there looking for homes. They get dumped. Why do you need to spend $2,000 on a cat? But I'm not judging anybody for the purchases. I guess I kind of am. Me personally, when it comes to cats, now coloring, okay, so yeah, coloring, you do you. When it comes to cats, I have my own personal conflicts and feelings about that. But I don't mind, like, I don't mind cat breeds. I don't know. Just like a Munchkin, they tend to have a lot of arthritis and health issues because their legs are so short. And they're adorable looking. They really are. But I don't feel like it's worth it to the cat. Because, anyway, that's my soapbox moment for the day. Alright, Mondo. Yes, I picked up another Eclipse book because I am weak. And I keep seeing awesome ones. This one's Mondo. It is also, I didn't really talk about it, but these are shorter than a standard size coloring book. As you can see, the Circulism book is the same way. Matte cover. From now on, I get the shiny paper in these. I found any pages I use marker on the shiny paper. It's using less marker because it's not soaking in like it does on the Amazon paper. So for me, I want to pay the extra bucks, not extra bucks, like a bunch, like the extra $1 or $2 for the shiny paper, because I'd rather do that than run out of my markers faster. Because let me tell you, there is nothing that ruins my day like trying to work on a picture and getting started on a large section with a marker only to have it start drying out on me. Like the rage I feel. And I shouldn't, but I do. It just, yeah. So anyway, anything I can do to make my markers last as long as possible. So there's our bear from the front. So I'm assuming these are all like large animals. A very angry gorilla there. So Mondo, I guess probably means large in some language. These are all big animals. You have Chonk, which are the pudgy animals, and then you have Mondo, which are just the big animals. There's a lion. Or I don't know. Maybe it probably stands for something else and I'm just being obnoxious. Hippo. These look a lot more like the dots are a lot smaller. So these look like they'll take a little longer. These are the animals you don't really see in a lot of books unless they're specific to like their environment. Like tend to get more cutesy forest animals than a moose, which I love the cutesy forest animals, but you know, I feel bad for the ones that get left out of the mix. So the camel looks like it's about to spit, or is that llamas? I have no filter this morning. It is just non-existent. Non-existent. I was so just angry and frustrated yesterday, y'all. Just nothing was going right. For the amount of hours I put in this week, I'm still behind, and I had the opportunity to catch up yesterday and it didn't happen, and it was out of my control, and it feels like that every day right now. part of me is like, I don't know what my sanity is going to be like at the end of this month. And to top it all off, I have this breakneck speed to work at for the next 2 weeks, 2 more weeks of this. Then I get to turn around and spend 5 hours on a flight to Seattle to meet with my team for the week, which I do love my team and I'm excited to meet them in person, but like we can't do any of our normal work that week. So it's basically like we have to schedule around it, which makes things even more hectic. And I'm not used to traveling and socializing. And I'm also worried about COVID. So it's good and it's really helpful and I don't mind doing it, but it's very stressful getting there and getting back. Like that Thursday night, I won't get back till like midnight. My flight will close out the airport because Nashville Airport is not open 24 hours. It is the last flight of the night, and I worry about my safety getting back that late. Um, but it's usually a whirlwind of socializing, events, getting together as a team, and talking about process and stuff like that. And when I went in September, I enjoyed it because I'd never been to Seattle before, and I didn't have time to do any touristy things, but like it socially and physically just drained me because like with being chronically ill, I only have so much energy, and so to put it all in a week of walking, because you walk everywhere in Seattle, um, it's just last time it took me a month of weekends to recover. Surprisingly, it didn't cause any pain issues or any flare-ups. I was thankful for that, but um, anyway, so I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it because it's a busy month. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I keep adding in, this took way too long. Again, keep adding in little anecdotes. I really should do a coloring chat, but man, I just don't have it in me right now. Tomorrow I will show you guys, I did finish a book, and we'll talk about it. I'll show you guys tomorrow. I did finally finish that, so that is pretty cool. Apologize that it's just going to be these videos this weekend. I get Camellia Androkova's new book, 50 Mythical Creatures, by the way. That's on my community page, and she's already got a flip through up. I'm supposed to get it on Monday. To be honest, guys, I may not flip through it till later in the week. I just don't know if I will have the time during the week to do it. So, but you do have her flip through, and I'm sure other people's flip throughs to tide you over, and also that way if I happen to pick up another book or two, I can like pull them together like I did here. So alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're having a fun weekend or a relaxing weekend or whatever kind of weekend that you need right now. I hope you're having it, and I will be back tomorrow quickly with the completed book. It'll be a very short video, and then probably won't be able to post again until next weekend, but that's okay. So alright guys, or I don't know, I might post a completed one later today. I'm just, who knows, you'll get something you'll get something from me and you'll like it, damn it. Something will happen. It just really is. I'm gonna go ahead and do both videos back to back today because I don't know how long I want to be at my desk today, because this is where I've just lived, it feels like, for the past 7 months. So another reason it's hard to color in here and use all my fun art supplies, because I need to use my desk to use them, and that's been a bit of a deterrent. So anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye for now.